All right, we're here with Acererak or Acererak. I don't know. So 3 mana 5/5 keeps bouncing himself to your hand until you complete a specific dungeon, but you never complete that dungeon because the goal is to keep picking him up and replaying him over and over with a Paradox engine and a bunch of mana rocks at untap. So you have the mana to keep recasting him, and then you just do another dungeon over and over, basically casting infinite spells, and at that point, you just win because you have storm cards like Tendrils of Agony or infinite mana if you're netting mana every time you're doing this to cast things like where is it? Maybe I didn't. Oh, Torment of Hailfire. That might not be worth it because if you're going off, you usually just win anyways, so having just one combo card is probably good enough. I believe one of the dungeons lets you draw a card, so you can just keep drawing cards and you'll draw your whole deck. Um, in the meantime, we have tutors, removal spells, discard spells, things to try to get it back out of the graveyard. Paradox Engine, that is. If it goes to the graveyard, like Buried Ruin, and there's another card I think I crafted for this deck. Workshop Assistant. When that dies, you get to find your Paradox Engine, because without that, you really can't do anything. Another card I bumped into was this guy. So when he attacks, you kind of get a Vampiric Tutor, and that's cool. I've never had that happen, but I'm not playing shared summons or whatever, where both people get like a card to the top, symmetrical something. But I am playing Wishclaw Talisman. They're kind of similar, except one of them gets you the card in your hand immediately, to which you probably just go off before your opponent just tutors the perfect card to counter whatever it is you're doing. And yeah, we have a couple cycle cards that do nothing except draw a card. And yeah, also I'm doing this format. I guess people like this one more. I'm iffy about it. I like this viewer more, but some people like this. I don't know. So here it is. Anyways, let's see how we do. Like and subscribe. And let's play Magic the Gathering. I have not played a deck with this yet. I also made a Vadric deck that I'm sure I will make a video with at some point. I just sort of wrote down commanders that I played against that I found interesting, that I've never seen before. I don't know how they'll do, and I don't know how good my lists are. Especially this one. I just shoved every mana rock in existence in here. But that does mean I only need 3 lands. Alright, well, we have lands, we have a card draw spell. We're against Yarok, so we somewhat sort of maybe have time to not immediately lose. So that's pretty cool. I can't get color screwed with this deck. That's a plus. I could probably get away with more controlling elements. More removal. Maybe. A little bit less mana rocks. But for now, we'll just do it like this. No reason to cast my dude, I don't think. I just lead with Live Fast, I guess. Draw 2. Lose 2. Opponent scoops. Okay. Maybe they think it's a bad matchup? I've only played against this once, and I don't know how popular it is. Cool. We win. Alright, nice. You don't do much at all in terms of winning until you get Paradoxical Outcome, or Paradoxical Engine. Outcome is that blue instant that's in like Vintage or whatever. But it feels like I have enough things to do in the meantime that I can get there. Excuse me, get there. Jeez. I swear I'm not a teenager. That I can get there reasonably quickly. Oh yeah, Bantu's Monument, the Black Monument also. Every time you cast your commander, they lose a life, which also works with the combo. And this goes to your hand. It does not go to the command zone. You can redirect it to the command zone, but it would cost 2 each time you do that. And you can't generate infinite mana. You would still have to find a way to do something like this. What are we up against? Mono green, but it's not Nissa. And I think Nissa's the strongest mono green commander. The 5 mana one, that is. I don't think I don't even know what do you do? Well, his ultimate wins very fast, like Crater Hoof Behemoth and stuff. So that's pretty cool. Opponent just drew this. Mystic Forge also just mills things off the top that I'm not interested in. And if there's a ton of mana rocks, we can actually cast them off the top too. I think I'm going to lead with Mystic Forge, because we're not doing anything in the meantime. We do not want that, so we'll just get rid of it now. Could have stopped here if I don't like the next card. I kind of like this. It's not the best card. I wish I could cast it off the top, but it's better than a random card, I think. It also replaces itself eventually. And unless they kill us really fast, I think we have time. I mean, it is a mono green deck, but I have this. This sacrifices the highest mana cost, which will be their commander when they cast it. Opponent declines to do as such. They put a trample what? Okay. I assume they cycled for a land, maybe? I don't know. But we certainly have time. Yeah, probably just looking for a land, or maybe this was already in hand and they couldn't cast their commander because it's tapped. They've been leaving up a 1 mana thing, and it is an instant. I don't know what it is, but I actually want to cast this right now because it's just value off the top of my deck. It feels really strong. Play this. We got 3 mana. We can play a relic. Not really interested in kicking it. We don't need too many mana rocks to go infinite. And then I can probably get rid of this with Mystic Forge before I scry anything away. Getting cards out of deck is certainly stronger than not doing that. I think I will take a land, though. Methinks. Yeah, I was also an hour late to stream today. I was in the shower for a very long time, and my hair is soaking wet, and it takes like 3 days for it to dry out. Alright, opponent has main deck. Well, this is historic, so it feels like a sideboard card, but it's really good here. That's unfortunate. I don't know how many evolve cards there, or mutate cards there are. They took something I wouldn't take, though. I think the Mystic Forge is 10 times stronger, so I guess that's a good thing they did that. Oh, I would have taken the Mystic Forge. Seems weird to me. Alright, let's play Simulacrum. Yeah. I don't have any fancy lands here, so... I mean, there's no snow lands, it's basics only. Let's do this now. There's some things I can play right off the top immediately. This is actually one of them. That's pretty cool. It's my favorite card of all time. Sunset Pyramid. I'm not gonna block, so I guess I'll swing. It's basically another thing of the thing they just blew up, right? Except it doesn't gain you life or anything. But it's basically the same thing as a Mastermind, Maze Mind Tome. It's just one less counter, and you don't gain life after. But it sticks around to scry forever, which is pretty cool with the Mystic Forge. Okay, they fight my 3/3. I feel like they should have fought this because it can block. It's kind of the same, right? I lose the 3/3 this way, but sure. Yep, draw that. So we got a tutor. We can get the engine now, but we're pretty much dead. Unless we, I guess we're alive with this, actually. Yeah, so we're not dead, but... Am I dead if I cast this? Do I still have a minute to cast this? 1, 2, 3... Yeah, so I got mana still if I do this. One in your hand, the other in your graveyard. Alright, so we'll put a land to hand, as we don't want to draw it, maybe. Could put something even more useless in the graveyard. I could put something in the graveyard that I could pick up later. Like Rankle. Like, I don't want to draw a Rankle. But I want to draw a Paradoxical Engine. Put a card to your hand. This one. Okay. Fortunately, this plays around... this is instant, right? Yeah, I gotta make sure. This plays around Veil of Summer, which I'm pretty sure is what's happening right now. I'm going to do this now. I maybe could have waited. Do we want to land here? I guess. I think we win next turn no matter what. I think? Haven't won with this deck, obviously, yet. So we play this. I play this. I tap all my mana. I play this. Tap all my mana. Play this. Okay, I don't think I needed that mana rock off the top to win. So it wasn't like I was banking on that happening. And pushing Q twice, just QQ, it taps all your mana sources. So you don't have to keep doing it. Alright, so there we go. I think we have infinite. And now I just venture into a dungeon, gain infinite life, drain them forever, and we complete any dungeon that is not the one that this thing wants you to complete. So we put it to hand, not the command zone, and we complete, let me make sure, Tomb of Annihilation. We do not do Tomb of Annihilation. We do the other ones. I guess this one. It doesn't matter, because which one draws cards? This one. This one draws cards. Okay, so we'll do that one. Scry 1, put that to the bottom. Unfortunately, our opponent has some thing of priority to leave up, and something's telling me they're going to leave it up for like 20 minutes. Or maybe they just see the writing on the wall. They're doing the math. I think we got it, though. As long as we make sure to tap our stuff first. And again, we have Bantus in play, so we actually don't have to draw into anything. And treasure token? Yeah, sure. This is great. I like this. And a mono black combo deck. I guess I can ping him again for no reason. Sure. Speed it up by a turn. Oh yeah, we can also do this every time, right? If we don't like the card on top, we can actually tap this to do this. Yeah, alright. Opponent scoops. We can also start drawing cards off of our Sunset Pyramid if we want it to for some reason. And I guess I was not tapping my... Yeah, I wasn't tapping my Mox Amber on accident. I had to tap it while this was in play to do this, so that's something to pay attention to. Bantus makes this cost 1 less mana as well. That could be relevant. Nice. 2-0. This seems pretty fast because Mono Black has tutors, so you do kind of get to your combo pieces somewhat quickly, and you have ways to get out of it just being blown up. I think the best thing my opponent could have naturalized there, or Beast Within, I guess, was a Mana Rock, actually. Neither the Maze Mind Tome or the Mystic Forge were really netting me mana, and when I get to that mana stage, it doesn't really matter what you blow up, right? So you just kind of want to blow up my mana there. I don't think I would have, but in hindsight, it would have been probably correct. I don't know if it would have changed anything. Maybe it would have been a turn longer for me. I think I'm going to lead with Thoughtseize to disrupt their opponent as quickly as possible. Don't care. They have a Chromatic Lantern. Man, this is a really expensive hand, dude. Oof. What do you do? Oh my. Alright, well I'm going to take this. And I'm not going to play this. This could be a trigger for Paradox Engine. Keep trying to call it Paradoxical Outcome. Well, that was a card I would have taken. That's unfortunate. Alright, we've had Cold Heart steal all 3 games now. No, it's not doing anything. Then we go I wish I drew a land. We can sacrifice artifacts with this, which is nice. Do we play that or we play a land? I mean a mana rock. Probably a mana rock, right? This is probably better, actually. Less likely for our opponent to blow up, and drawing cards early is where you want to draw them. Maybe almost guarantee I never miss a land drop again. Fortunately, nothing they do untaps their mana, so that's nice. What? Okay, what does this do? Tap. Look at the top cards. Okay. We didn't draw land. Oh, great. Okie dokie. I'm just gonna run this out. You're kind of done really needing lands after your third one because you have so many like 3 mana rocks. Kind of like the Joda list I was playing, or the Karuga lists of any kind. Decline. I just kind of got lucky, huh? I only took 3 from that Gear Hulk there. That could have just killed me. It might still kill me, though. Really? Oh, my God. Okay. No land. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're not immediately dead. 1 off. They have any way to kill us out of nowhere. It doesn't look like it. Can we do anything in the meantime? So annoying. Alright, so I can play a Mana Source. It's just not doing anything. Whatever. Let's see, was a land on top, maybe? Oh, they could have counterspells, too, at this point, because they have, like, a ton of mana off of the Tolarian Academy, basically. Oh, look, it's 1 land. Okay. But we're pretty much dead now. Yeah, whatever. I'm just going to scoot. Alright. Maybe I can put more lands in. Less mana rocks. But I think we got a little unlucky. There isn't 40 lands in here. There's 37. 37 lands. My philosophy is 1 in 3 is always good enough, which is 33 lands. But most people do like 40. 32. God, I don't like this viewer. I don't like it. I'm sorry. 32. 36 lands. Okay, I guess we can add more. Take out like 2 mana rocks or something. I could drop this. Really never have the mana to activate that, so I guess that makes sense. Same with Rankle. I'm not feeling Rankle. Let's just add 2 lands. That seems fine. 38. More than I'm comfortable with running, honestly. But I'm getting mana screwed. I feel like I got mana screwed consistently enough that I should accept that I am wrong on my assessment that 36 is enough. Especially how this is not the only deck that's happening to me, obviously. So well, there's that. Especially when your ramp spells don't actually pull lands out of your deck, right? Like they're just mana rocks. So my deck has the same density of lands throughout the game, not just me casting cultivates and stuff, making the decks have less lands overall. My voice really does crack. That's bad. It doesn't crack this bad when I'm at work for some reason. All right. Playing against the my next deck of choice here. That's kind of funny. Maybe it's just a trend now, these 2 decks, because I hadn't seen this ever in my life, and now I'm seeing it the past couple days. No Coldsteel Heart this time. Oh, opponent stole it. All right, we'll play Manalith, I guess. Does this do anything? No, let's do this one. Letter of Acceptance. Did they name red with this? Okay, I was hoping they did, because they didn't play a red source. That would feel weird. Alright, we can't kill this right now. That's a little unfortunate. Kind of wish I could. Yeah, just more mana rocks. Unfortunately, no removal spell, and no way to draw additional cards. Opponent is sandbagging a cantrip for some reason. I can sacrifice one of my mana rocks, and I probably will. It also lets me cycle this as well after the fact. They actually didn't play anything at all. That's weird. Well, now they guarantee something in the graveyard I can cling to dust, which I think I'd prefer to do right now than sacrifice a mana rock. God, I love the space lands. Look at them. Beautiful. They're really in the tank here. Okay. Maybe it's better to... What are they... They're holding priority of their own spell? Okay. What? They're just bouncing another one? I guess at that point I might as well sacrifice one of them so I don't have to invest mana in it. I guess. Which one? Maybe this one? They both kind of do the same thing, so I'll just do that one. Seems reasonable enough. I also can still cycle this with the token I got, but I guess that's fine for now. This might wind up being useful later. I don't think I want to get rid of that token. I don't see it worth it to end step, because I'd always just cast this on my turn if I don't wind up using all my mana, which there's a pretty decent chance I won't. Yeah, so I can just do this anyways still. I can put this to hand right now. I don't see a reason to do that. I could play this out now. Again, I don't really see a reason. Yeah, we'll just pass. I could have sorcery speed cast this to find a discard spell, maybe? Seems a little tough, though. Opponent does nothing. Interesting. Their own turn, so I couldn't cast this to prevent that, I guess. I also don't expect this to survive, but suppose I'll try to cast it anyways. I'm not sure what their list looks like. It probably looks a lot like mine, but there's no way to know for certain. Now, do I flip it back? I cast 2 spells. I think that flips it, or it becomes... It's day next turn because I cast 2 spells. Maybe there's something to look out for and just not do that? For the sake of Vadrik? I don't know. Unsummon, what? Okay. Alright. Yeah. Yeah, because when I cast 2 spells, it gets a counter, and then they do nothing on their turn, it gets a counter, and so on and so forth. So it's like, I'm just helping them. Any removal spell would be great. That would be great right now. Why are they not attacking? Seems weird. Is there anything I can do to... No, not really. I assume there's counter spells, and that just makes this undescribably more difficult. Alright, I can try to resolve that. I don't think it's going to resolve. But it prevents the night thing from happening. I could play this for a bunch. But again, I don't think that's going to resolve. This might just kill me, because I lose, what, 13 life? Or yeah, I lose 13 life. I draw a bunch of cards, but there's no guarantee that's good enough. If I target them, they actually probably just win, because that's all they need, right? Yeah, this is not great, because I'm not winning on the same turn I'm casting this, but I guess at the very least it forces them to counter it. They could also let it resolve and expect to just kill me. Okay, they got what, like Spell Pierce behind this or something? No, that was their only counterspell. Wow. All right. Already played a land, so. Oh my god, I've never resolved something like this. I think I am going to go down to 10 to disrupt our opponent's hand. That pretty much kills us, so we have to take that. Especially how we go to 10 after we do that, so. What else is shiny here? Can I cast you, though? No, I can't cast you. I have 1 mana. So I can cycle this, go to 9. I don't think I have to do that, do I? I don't think I have to do that. We're just going to discard. Alright, land. Oh, God. Discard 36 cards? I don't even think I'm winning next turn either, actually. I'm gonna run out of time. Languish is useless. Discard 23, 24, 25. Oh, God. 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. No, wait. No, that's not enough. Oh my god, dude. There. Oof. Before it discards random stuff, I'd like to keep the tutors in a land. That was quite difficult, and I wish I had Reliquary Tower, so my hand is infinite. Although that might be bad too, because my hand is so hard to click, I might just rope myself out during like the combo turn, which is kind of funny. Alright, fortunately this cannot go face, but I think we would have died if they swung with this the past 2 turns they could have, and they didn't swing with it, so I think we're in a decent position to maybe not go off next turn, but we can certainly, because we didn't actually draw Paradox Engine, but we can certainly not die, because we have ways to kill this. Okay, they say good game, so do you have a way to kill me? They would have to immediately drawn it, I guess. No. 1, 2... Oh, this is free. Isn't that funny? Because it's colorless. It actually just straight up costs less mana. That's kind of funny. This can't go face. So, what are we looking at? Okay, they're saying good game because they think I won? Well, unfortunately, I don't think I won. So, we can Mastermind's Acquisition to find Paradox Engine. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we have 2 left. We can cast Wishclaw Talisman, untap 3. Okay, I think that actually is enough. I think we got it. Please let my math be right. Please, for the love of God. Alright, we do this. We have 2 mana left. We play Wishclaw Talisman. We untap 3 mana. Yep, auto pay. And then we net a mana every time we do this? Yep, we got it. We got it. Wow. I can't believe that resolved. That is actually crazy. This one. Oh, man. Nice. It's also kind of fun to just do the combo. I can tutor with Wishclaw whenever I want, but I don't see a reason to. I just do this 21 times and kill them. Pretty sure you can do the same dungeon twice, so... Again, I have not done that before. Yeah, you can. Alright, sweet. Unfortunately for the opponent, this does not rope you out as you do it. As long as you're, like, making game actions, the game won't just, screw you over like that. We can actually tutor for a specific card right now if we wanted to do it faster as well, but I don't see a reason to. Because Lord knows I'll just mess it up if I go to do something, clever. I could just kill their commander for good measure. Sign in Blood is actually netting me a mana too. We have infinite life, so... I can make goblins too, send the beats. Whoops, I forgot to tap my mana. I lied, it doesn't net mana. Hey, there's tendrils. That's mad funny. Do I have to same target it every time? I do. Haha, look at that, that's great. That's cool. So I guess Tendrils is useless. It's just a slot in the deck that should be something else, because the commander itself wins the game as you loop over and over, right? Now I do need Bantus to do that, and I've had it every time, but you'll just draw it eventually with this, or alternatively the actual dungeon right here, Dark Pool, will constantly do it itself, and then after that you draw a card, so... you could technically deck out before you kill your opponent. If you're against like the green-white enchantment deck and they've played 40 enchantments and for some reason you're still alive and they're at 80 life, you would actually have to find something. But at that point, I'm pretty sure you would. Also, Bantus makes him cost 1 less, so you do sort of need another mana rock. But once you have 3 mana off of mana rocks, you don't need Bantus because you play him, you gain 3, you net 3, you gain 3, and you keep doing that until you finally draw another mana rock. And then you play that, and then you'll tap 3, untap, have the mana rock in play. Now you'll start making 4 mana. Because the mana rock you cast will untap the other 3, just like casting your creature will, so... You just need 3 mana. But yeah, I think I can make it a little bit more consistent. Like, I feel like at that point, I should have been able to stop their commander from just sitting there for so long, but fortunately they didn't do anything with it. But they could have, and I would have liked to have killed it. This is another way to combo and win. I think we're a little too dense on the combo ways to win cards. They seem like overkill to have really more than one. So I think I could drop Reservoir. Same with Hailfire, as it's kind of the same as Tendrils, except Tendrils doesn't make you have to pay all of your mana to do it. Might have to tap 36 or whatever. So we can drop those two for maybe more removal. This kills Brawl, Keenan, and the green-white enchantment chick, which are pretty much the 3 toughest commanders, the strongest ones at least. Though I haven't seen Brawl lately. Could do card draw, could do a Duress. Duress is not in here. Duress clears the way a little bit, so maybe that does. Maybe there's something there. Inquisition, I'm not a big fan of, as you know, but it also, it kind of hits the cards that you care about more than, like, hitting their Craterhoof. You know, you just want to hit a counterspell to clear the way for your combo. So maybe there's something there. Innocent Blood is a cheap spell, and it also allows you to, for certain decks, when it's just their commander in play, it's pretty solid to just cast that. Maybe Inquisition is just the way to go, though. Probably. For this deck, I'd say so. This is actually a mono-black deck that I'm not putting Phyrexian Obliterator in, because you don't really ever attack. And I wouldn't say I'm ever playing Obliterator to like defend myself. That is true. You could do that, but when you have so few creatures, your opponent's entire deck is spearheaded into like killing a couple creatures with all of their removal. So that's not really good. Whereas our commander at least goes back to her hand. They have to like kill it at instant speed, but then I could still potentially go off anyways. Whereas Obliterator is like a 5/5 and then it dies and it's like, oh, that's great. Are we keeping this? I'm gonna keep it. We have cold thingy. Coldsteel Heart. Oh no, is this a discard spell? Oh, it is. Oh, it's like the poop one though. Okay, we can just get rid of that. Land, go. How do you make... Oh, treasure. Okay. This is the thing that my opponent clapped me with Dark Ritual. Like the thing that is better than Tiny Bones, but you have to like get them out after you have already cast all your Mind Rots. So you have less stuff in hand to like do this with. It does mean I want to dump my hand pretty quickly. Or try to have a big hand maybe, but maybe dumping my hand is better. I certainly want to cast more Mana Rocks, so... And I think I want Buried Rune in play. Maybe I should have played it last turn. Steal a life. Steal a life from the opponent. No Mana Rock from them. Interesting. They like have to play this on 5. It feels kind of slow, but we'll see. They also declined to do this side. This side is decent. It's decent. Especially in regular Historic. Right? Like, you can actually kill someone with this. They have no answer to artifacts. Just keep tapping it. I've died to it, at least. Like, when I play 9 lives, and they just do this, and I die, because I can't answer it. Excuse me, it does cost 4, doesn't it? Yeah, they actually couldn't cast it last turn. For some reason, I thought it cost 3. Opponent seems like they're a bit stumped. Another cool thing about this is they can't discard our commander. It's just sitting there, off to the side. Alright, maybe they didn't draw a land and they don't want to play anymore. I don't know. Doesn't hurt to Mind Rot me still, though. It's not like it's bad to do that. Oh, no, they're back. I might just pitch 2 lands, actually. Okay, well, I'm going to pitch 1 land. Alright, looks like there's a removal spell in hand, maybe. Lead with this, maybe? Yeah, we do that. Oh no! Alright, we're probably going to lose our tendrils to a lot of discard spells, but we're not really doing anything, and again, it's not a necessary part of the puzzle. I don't have to do that. I'm glad I kept the Sign of Blood, though. Do you do anything else? No, you just basically steal my stuff. Masterminds gets the engine, and we have Buried Rune to get it out of the graveyard if we discard it, but we don't really want to discard it now because our opponent will steal it, and then we pretty much just lose. I don't have any way to put it in my own graveyard. Maybe it's wrong to just get it entirely and I get something else, like this. So I can start drawing. I can play Dread Presence immediately. That's actually decent. I feel like it'll die, but I don't really want to get... I could get Bantus, actually. No, that doesn't do anything without the engine. I really need the engine. Should I do it? If they have a targeted discard spell, it's gone forever. Fine. I'm all in. They have it, they have it. It is what it is. I will not cast... Actually, I could cast my commander to put it to my hand. That seems fine. Yeah, it's called thinking, dude. And then I scry 1. That's another tutor. It's better than a not tutor. So I put it to my hand. That way there's 1 additional card for me to discard. Okay. They get my swamp, which is unfortunate because I actually don't want that to happen. I can still win if they steal my commander, but then That is an argument to not put it to hand. Okay, well, I think we won, though. Because they don't have... I can cast my commander over and over, so they have to kill it right now. Which actually gets it out of hand regardless. So if it dies or not, I actually still get to pull this off. So they have to kill it. Alright, they killed it. So I don't put it to my hand. Put it to the command zone. And then I make a treasure token? I think my opponent's a little salty. Not sure why. Okay, that didn't do anything. As long as I can cast my commander over and over with mana, when it goes to hand, it continues to cost 3 mana. So they have to really continuously kill it. And they can. That is not impossible. Should I sauce him with the salty emote? No, that's mean. Yeah, we'll just keep making treasure tokens. Yep, we can keep draining them. But as long as we don't need tendrils anymore. Because we have, I think, far more than enough cards in deck to actually kill them with the dungeon itself. Oh, hey, Bolas' Citadel. Well, that makes that way easier. Because I can actually start casting stuff off the top. Oh, someone's upset. I had to emote him. I'm sorry. I feel like they said good game early. I don't know what that's about. It was a little loose putting the commander to my hand. Maybe I could have got away with not doing that. But, I mean, I was all in, and it paid off. Nice. So we lost, what, 1 game so far? We're like 3-1? I'm not sure. I wasn't keeping track. This deck is cool. I like this deck. It's surprisingly consistent. Really, if there was like 2 more tutors in the game, so you could get Paradox Engine a little bit faster, or more consistently, I guess. I think it'd be better. Because I'm not a big fan of decks where like you have to have this card in play to like do anything at all. But when you have essentially every tutor being a copy of Paradox Engine, that just simply costs more mana. I think that's my issue is quelled. So this could be a problem actually. I think this is a combo deck itself, but it could mill my win condition, and it could also mill the ways I get it back. They get it from any graveyard or just yours? Oh, it has to be a creature. So there's no targets for my deck. It's just the problem of being milled. I think every person I've played against today has had this profile picture. Avatar, whatever you call it. Avatar. It's the one from the midweek event. You couldn't like buy it. You had to like get it from the thing. Alright. Also played against some people that are taking their time here. Must be really questioning the hand. I don't know. Maybe it's another streamer and they're describing their hand to people. Maybe the pizza showed up. Okay. Well, they kept their hand. Yeah, they're probably just distracted. So we have a Mana Rock and then another Mana Rock. Pretty straightforward, honestly. There's not a lot of... Oh man, that's unfortunate. There's not a lot of early game decisions, I should say. You just sort of play your Mana Rocks. Hey, we found Paradox Engine too. It just, quote unquote, essentially costs 9 mana with this. But that is fine. Oh, I guess they're all in on Mana Rocks too. Kind of want to guarantee I hit the engine before they start milling me. Feel like that's a good idea? Is it more important than other things? Yeah, I think so. I'm just going to go put it to hand. They could have discard spells, but okay. Buried Ruin can get it back at some point. And I think on this turn they're going to do this anyway, so I can probably just get this in play, and at that point it's kind of difficult for them to okay, do much here, especially when they're not just outright killing me. So I'm going to cast this, and then I'm going to pass. I'd rather have it in play than not against a blue-black deck. It's just hard for them to, like, really get rid of it when it's in play. Like, they have no hard removal for artifacts. It's just bouncing it. And I think we're fine with that. This is not a 2-turn clock. It's actually a 3-turn clock. It's 1 off. Alright, now it's a 2-turn clock. Now we're dead next turn. Is there any way to win this turn? I don't think I can win this turn, actually. I can try, though. But I don't see it. I don't see it happening. Oh, wait a minute. Did we do it? Hold on. I guess we didn't do it if they have a counterspell for creatures? No, that's not true, because I can bait with this. Well, that doesn't make a lot of sense, does it? It makes enough sense to me. Because these are going to untap. This taps for 2. So is it an Essence Scatter? No, it's not. We did it. We did it. Wow. No counter magic out of them. What did they mill? Just lands? I thought this milled 6 cards, not 4. I could have swore that milled 6 cards. What did they mill from us? Shoot, what turn was that? 4, 5, 6? It was turn 6? My god. Okay, there's something here. This is great. Sweet. Oh, I got a pack. Now I'll open it. I'll open it next game. I wonder what this deck is like in regular EDH, because it only gets stronger, right? You can run all the tutors ever. I mean, you even have Soul Ring too. Oh yeah, it's probably so much. It's probably insane. It feels like it's extremely consistent with... look, we got Engine. No Mana Rock this game, though. Or hand, rather. I'll keep it. There's a bajillion Mana Rocks. There's only one Paradox Engine. What are you? Growlknock the Omnivore. 4 mana 3/3 frog. When it attacks, mill 3. You can cast spells with croak counters. Okay, that's adorable. We are going to take out your self-mill, probably? Yeah, let's do that. They can pick up any card, but this is ways away. It's also their only green source. They might actually just play as a land, which we're not upset about. Yeah, that's fine. I like Gate Warrior. It just draws cards, really. Turns not good ones into decent ones, maybe? Colorless Looting. It has a decent flip. I don't expect it to do much, but it could. Is this each player mills? Yeah, each player mills. Okay. Do I activate it? I guess I can. I would like Workshop Assistant to die, maybe, if I lose Paradox Engine, but as of now, I'm just going to do this. Okay. I was going to draw Duress, which would have actually been decent there. Oh well. So I can play this. I can Grim Tutor for Paradox Engine. There's no discard spells from them. Counter spells though, but no discard. Put this to hand, and now we just need 2 mana rocks. I'm going to do this now. I'm doing it no matter what. So, all right, I found a mana rock. So can we win next turn? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana tap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, we cannot. Can play this. Have 1 mana left. No, we can't. So I guess I just lead with some more mana rocks or something. I can block something with this if I feel like I need to. I'm certainly not going to gateway my engine. That doesn't make a lot of sense, does it? A land would be nice. Or I guess it would have been nice. At this point, we don't need one. Oh, maybe we... No, we don't. We don't. Okay. I don't see them going infinite or anything like that. It's not like that has a thing on it. Okay. Guess I'll block here. What does this do? Target opponent... Okay. Oh, they exiled Wizard Spell. Wizard Spellbook or whatever. Sure. It's only permanents, right? It's not spells? Yeah, it's permanent, so they can't loop Time Warp or anything like that. I don't see myself dying out of nowhere here. They also have to tap mana to actually cast these cards. It's not just free. You don't cast them for free. Oh, they shuffled in their graveyard. That's funny. Okay. Block the Narcomoeba again. Yep. Okay, so they got Binding, Mending. They could have a counter spell. I mean they could. I don't know. We're not dead if this gets countered. We can get it back. The game does slow down though. Oh, great. It did get countered. All right. Oh, it got exiled. It got exiled with their counter spell. I don't think I can win anymore. There's no way to generate infinite mana. So, yeah, that sucks. They also drew it. They didn't just like mill it. Like there was a card they draw. They couldn't croak counter commander permanents and stuff. I don't know. Cool commander though. I've never seen that before. Feels weird to mill stuff and not be able to interact with it though. Like you can't mill your own. This again, huh? Wow. Mill your own whatever you call it. I'm actually going to play this so they don't just get it from a discard spell. I really want to dump my hand as fast as possible. Land is nice. I guess I won't miss this too much. With the mana rocks I would. Tiny Bones. That's hilarious. Oh, come on. That would have been so much better last turn. Yep. Steal a life. This is the one that makes you draw, right? Yeah, the lose 10. I think the community has come to the conclusion that this is a better mono black discard commander than Tiny Bones is. Okay, you choose a non-land from it, discards it. Adventure owns graveyard. Probably take my Hedron Archive. I think that's what I would take. They took the literal last card I would take. This barely has any targets to get out of my deck, and they're not exactly necessary. So that's interesting. Alright, well, now I have one card in hand, which means their commander is really not good. But once they get to 6, they can drain me for a lot, but that's an army away. And I don't really need this to resolve. It's not very relevant. But I feel like they want to get it out of my hand because If they don't, it's pretty much the last time they ever discard anything. So you kind of want to just discard this now, as it is extremely likely everything I draw I will play. Sure. Especially lands. And they stop drawing off of Tiny Bones when I do this. I'm not going to crack my Hedron Archive for cards, because I don't see a reason to. Especially when they're going for their commander here, that otherwise doesn't really do anything. I could do it just because Tiny Bones actually kills me pretty fast, but I still have a turn to not worry about that. Oh, look at all these counter spells. I mean, discard spells. Pitch our whole hands and measure zombie tokens. That kills me pretty fast. The rest of their hand doesn't do a single thing. So I guess I'll get rid of this one. And pass. Could put this into my hand. No. Nope. Pass. Now we do really need to draw something. There's a lot of lands. There's a lot of dead draws. And they need a land to start draining me for 10. Oh, of course, they just immediately draw it. Alright, well, this kind of works out. We draw, we don't lose 10, and they don't have any mana to... I guess they have this, but that's colorless. To do anything bad. Yeah, this is decent. Giving them mana rocks isn't that big of a deal. This can kill Tiny Bones. I wonder if that's worth it. Maybe. I only need 3 mana rocks in play. So I can kill Tiny Bones. No reason to make them discard, though. Killing Tiny Bones is cool. It's not like it's their commander. It's not coming back. And at that point, I can now actually empty my hand. Because, I can be at 0 cards and not just die out of nowhere. This does mean they can pitch their entire hand to... Oh, no, I discarded it. I was going to say this. And that would actually kill me quite quickly. But now they cannot. So we're at like a 4 or 5 turn clock now. Which is way better than Tiny Bones threatening to kill me out of nowhere. They can Memorial to Folly it. That's certainly a thing. I probably have to cast everything as it comes to me, as I will just lose it if I don't. I don't have this. Oh, I do have the City's Blessing. I can crack this for a card. Do I do that first? Sure. I don't need it, right? Yeah, we don't need it. Yeah, okay, you have it, sure. Just draw a card. I wonder what happens if they sacrifice it. Just goes to my graveyard. Oh, that was actually a really good draw. So now we actually have some Storm here, which we're just going to pop off. Right? Yeah. And then I can draw my end step. This gains me some life, and that could wind up mattering. What is my opponent doing? I don't know. I don't think they're going to Village Rites their commander. That would be kind of weird. And now we just end step draw. We certainly can get out of this. It's just 2 mono black decks that are wildly different. That's kind of cool. Like, we have very little overlap. Sure. Half their deck is completely useless right now. Maybe even more than half. They're running every single discard spell and probably a ton of removal, and both of those things don't do anything at all against us. I guess removal kind of does, but in this situation, not really. Ooh! Alright, so they... 1, 2, 3. I mean, I have to cast it. But then if we hit Engine, they actually steal it. That's actually not good at all for us, is it? Maybe I can't cast this. Maybe I could have and put Buried Ruin into play as my land. Because now they're going to make us discard 1, 2, up to 3, 4, 5. They're not making me discard a ton. And I can navigate it away where this doesn't just... It feels so stupid to not cast this. But I don't think I can, actually. I really don't think I can cast this. I think I need to pass the turn. it looks ridiculous, but 40 cards. Keep the best ones. Keep tutors. Tutors can therefore fine. I can find tutor spells. Keep them in hand. If I don't draw engine, I'm not totally screwed. I can still cast a couple things in the same turn. Did we draw engine? Hard to tell. Hard to tell. Hard to tell. I'm not seeing it, so I guess we did not. We drew a discard spell of our own, actually. That's hilarious. I will certainly cast it. Where is it? This is very difficult. There you are. Also, we only had 2 mana, not 3, because Mox Amber doesn't do anything right now. Discards 2 cards. If we can choose what to discard, we're happier. So we'll get rid of the Thoughtseize. And we'll play... This doesn't change the clock. Drawing this for 1. Or playing it as a creature. I guess I'll do that. Opponent will just kill it, but it just gets it out of my hand. And then go to discard. Useless, 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 useless. Useless, useless, useless. Keep that. Keep Inventor's Fair. Keep Sign in Blood. Murderous Rider kills their commander, but I don't see that being any good, particularly. How many cards I gotta discard? 31. I think I'm happy losing Wishclaw Talisman. Same with that. I can get rid of Bontu. I already clicked it, so that's fine. Get rid of Command Tower. That. Oh, discard 31. Okay, so we just do this. That's fine. We actually did not draw Paradoxical out engine or whatever, so our opponent just gets a bunch of mana rocks in play, which I think is fine for us, right? Doesn't really do it. Oh, and a bunch of mana. Oh, they still get this though. Ugh. That sucks. Yeah, so they'll wind up doing stuff, but the rest of it should just be lands, right? They do get this too, and this. That doesn't matter. This could matter, but yeah, it's just lands and mana rocks, which is fine. Can we win next turn though? That's the question. Are we dead? I didn't give him another creature. No, I don't think I gave him another creature, did I? No, they don't have another creature to get, so I'm not dead by damage. Bantu's the monument means 2 creature casts kill me? Or is it just black spells? No, any creature. So they cast 2 creatures and I die. Vicious Rumors is 1 damage, so they're 1 off lethal? They're just 1 off lethal? It seems very unlikely I survive. Good thing I didn't cycle this dude. I guess I couldn't actually. I mixed up the mana costs. Actually would have died. Alright, so you have 1 damage. Mono black doesn't really have any reach, but it's not impossible. Oh, wait, am I just dumb? I was dumb. They had 8 in play. What am I talking about? No, I'm just dead. Yeah. So I could have kind of navigated a way to not die, like discarding something else other than that. It's hard to choose what to discard. I also kind of forgot that was going to happen. I forgot they get everything I discard. That is kind of funny. Like, of all the times in the universe for me to play Peer into Madness or whatever it's called, it's against a time in which my opponent steals everything that goes to my graveyard. That is kind of funny. But it barely mattered. If I paid more attention to what I discarded, I could have actually survived. I don't know if I was going to win from there, but I certainly could have still won. Certainly still could have won. This Mox Amber has been upsetting me. Maybe it should just be a land. Because it doesn't do anything at all unless our commander's in play. And at that point, usually already have enough stuff going on that I don't need this. But I don't know. Do we keep this? Bowls of Citadel is decent, but so these two are right. I guess everything is decent except the Mox Amber. Yeah, I'm not liking this Mox Amber. I'm not even sure. I might have just pulled this because I don't see myself ever crafting Mox Amber. Even in the format that I play the most, which is Historic Brawl, I still don't know how I feel about this card in particular. At least with the decks that I play. Opponent is playing mono blue bird things. Mono blue does not feel like a good matchup, but I guess this is the hand to keep against mono blue, because I kind of dump all the relevant stuff out of my hand early, and then I can just sort of use Thoughtseize when I feel like I'm ready to go off, or maybe stunt my opponent. Opponent is still deciding to keep or not. I'm just going to run it out. I don't see a reason not to. Alright, I can't discard their commander, obviously, so. Okie dokie. I got censored. Whoop-de-doo. What else does it do? They plussed it? Really? What? What are you doing? Okay, that's fine. Alright, well, actually, no, there's no reason to cast that. I'll just wait. I'll just wait on Thoughtseize until I'm trying to, like, win the game. Unless I expect them to start doing crazy stuff, which they're actually kind of close to already popping this off, which is obviously a huge problem. That was one of the worst cards to draw here, because I wish I had an extra land to discard a counterspell from the opponent before that happened. Okay, that's not what I expected, but that is a counterspell. Yep, I don't think we can really beat these mono counterspell decks, like, at all, in any way. To any capacity. Does not feel beatable. Because now they draw like 5 cards a turn off of this ultimate. Nope, ain't happening. That sucks. There's really no way to let that be a better matchup. There's nothing I can really do. It's just a bad matchup. But fortunately, it feels like it's the only kind of bad matchup. Because even against aggro decks, I feel like I have a chance just being fast enough. And it feels like I can be fast enough. Though they're not particularly... It's not a common strategy to see aggro. It's certainly not. It's unlike other formats where like 75% of the meta is aggressive stuff. It's not really that the case in Historic Brawl. You have more starting life. Aggro decks are 100 card singleton decks, you know. You have to play pretty subpar cards to pull it off, but it's certainly doable. You have to play like 1/1s and stuff that don't really have much of an ability. I think I like this. We have a tutor. Our commander's actually a wizard, but it's never in play, so it doesn't matter. But this would cost 1 less. Thoughtseize is good. Oh, look, it's a Varragoth Joda list. What? That's crazy. I've never played against another. I never played. Wow, look at that. It's like the same. Well, I mean, it pretty much has to be. The extra turn? I guess. Doesn't really matter. Varragoth Joda. That's great. Alright, drawing seems more important than putting this into play right now. Yeah. Oh no, not like this. We have another look at a land though. Alright, so next turn is Joda. So we play this, and then I pass, right? Yeah. So I can kill Joda. Unlike Golos, this is actually not... Their deck is going to kind of struggle with their commander being dead, as my point will be proven in this case. Let's name the color black. Yep, I have to do this, so I will. Otherwise I'm screwed. Just slows them down a turn, right? I mean, it's not like they can't recast it. It's still there. And they basically get 1 turn of doing things. Oh, they played it tapped for an Idyllic Tutor. Okay. They got Dryad? That feels strange to me, but maybe there's something I'm not thinking about. So we get Engine now. Right, yep. Would you ever have a card? Make sure this doesn't... If you... Yeah, okay. Make sure there's no weird claws on that card. So this to my hand. And who knows, maybe my opponent thinks I just got Bantu's Monument, even though I didn't. It didn't pass. I can actually trigger extra mana with this, right? Like, cast one, tap all my stuff, untap it. Nicol Bolas. That does not blow up, Oh, that's unfortunate. Wait, no. They messed up. They messed up. They should have plus one. They could have exiled this and I lose on the spot. No questions asked. And now I win. Yeah, that was a huge mistake. Yep. They messed up. Now, on their... To be fair, there's no way of knowing, right? They probably weren't... This wasn't on their radar. Yeah, they probably didn't realize, but if they did exile the two cards in my hand, I'd just straight up lose. It's funny there, actually. They just completely forgoed Joda after they cast it once. And in that instance, obviously, Golos would have been better, because they would have got a land in play, probably the World Tree, and wouldn't have to just cast this. They had a choice to cast anything. Probably still the best of the bunch, but you never know what this could hit. Funny. That's cool, though. Joda Garuda, look. That's cool. I can't say I gave them the idea. I won't claim to do as such, but it's cool to see it. They had cards I wouldn't play either in it. They had the Nicol Bolas that wasn't in my list, to the extent of my knowledge at least. In the Idyllic Tutor, getting that one enchantment, the Dryad, seemed very strange. Okay, we're against Tovolar. Red-green, 3/3. Whenever you hit me with wolves, draw. Where's knights? Okay, cool. 2 mana rocks. We have a Boast, which is a Vampiric Tutor, essentially. I don't think I've ever had this happen yet. It doesn't have to survive combat, it just has to swing. Right? Yeah. Not impossible. Okay, attacks, add mana, doesn't go away. I can't kill that right now, unfortunately. I could with this, but let's not cost 3 mana there. So next turn I'm going to just... I might just get this out now, as soon as possible. It feels like a good idea to do that. Feels like a good idea, but I could be wrong. I just want this in play. Just to get the Paradox Engine going eventually. It is a legendary, so actually this works now. That's funny. So play that. We play this. Can we play this? No. Can we play this? Yeah. Man. Because this doesn't let this tap, but this does, but then I only have 2. That's so awkward and annoying. I think it's more important that this isn't played in the Mana Rocks right now, though. Because Mana Rocks can come at any point. This certainly cannot. Okay, I can spend 2 mana to make this a 2/2 for no reason. And this essentially cost 1 mana to do, because otherwise Mox Amber does literally nothing. So the only thing it can do is pay for Boast. Or, I guess, cast this, but... If he dies, then this dies too. Sort of. Where did that green mana go? Oh, until end of turn. I thought the mana this thing gave you stayed forever. I was wrong. Hey! Looks like he's gonna live. Ooh, maybe not. The attack seems very funky here. I don't think I'm opposed to just taking it, though. Seems really weird to attack into a 2/3. But I think taking 2 is far more... Like, that's just fine. I think it's more important that he just doesn't die. They draw an extra card, right? Yeah, but that, again... Okay, they were going to kill it. That's funny. Good thing we did that then. I don't really care if you draw cards when you're tapped out. All I really need is like one or two more turns. So we swing. We put the sauce on top here. put Paradox Engine on top. Boop. Let this go through. It would be nice to have this as a blocker, obviously, as well. Play a Mana Rock. And we win next turn? I'm going to tap this now. So it stops holding priority for no reason on the Guardian Angel activation. So 5 mana for Paradox Engine. Okay, we sort of need Varragoth to survive. And they might not feel obligated to kill it as it's just sitting there not doing much. So they might not kill it. But we need them to live for the Mox Amber to tap for mana. Because we have 5 mana for the engine and then 2 mana for nothing, right? So we need it to survive. We also need to avoid a Braid, which could be a thing right now. That is not a Braid. Alright, looks like we won. Pretty sure. This might be a turn 5 win. Oh no, they played a red source. Okay. Oh, I got scared. Alright, so land this. Tap 3. And then we loop these 3 over and over. Hand. Dungeon. Scry. Bottom. Now we would have to hold priority if Varragoth was not in play, because Mox is only tapping for mana with a legendary in play, so I'd have to like pay attention to that. But it doesn't matter because if Varragoth died, then there's no way I could do this anyways. So yeah, we did it. Wow. Yeah, maybe my opponent wasn't aware that there was a combo here and just didn't realize killing the 2/3 would have mattered. Maybe they just couldn't have done it. Good thing I didn't block with it. But yeah, nice. We did it. We did it. I'll play one more game. I like this deck a lot. This deck is cool. I should look at other lists, maybe, to see if I'm missing some cards. But I'm pretty sure I have every tutor in here. But you never know. You know, you think you know everything, but you still look it up, because there's always something to learn. I'm sure there's lists with more removal. But I don't know. It isn't exactly a common deck. I have not really seen this. In fact, the only reason I know it exists is because I played against it once. If I didn't, I would never know it exists. It would have never came to my radar. The Celestus. What does this do? Night or day enters the battlefield. Okay, it's a mana rock. Cool, cool. I don't own this one. 3 mana. If it's night, it becomes day. Otherwise, it becomes night. Okay. Whenever day becomes night or night becomes day, you gain a life, and you may loot. Cool, so it's like a looting mana rock. That's actually pretty decent. I definitely will... It's definitely better than a lot of the mana rocks I'm playing, I'd say. I'll take that into consideration. Never thought about that card before. We actually have 4 mana. Nice. That's hilarious. Oh yeah, what are we up against? The 3 mana Chandra? Exile is a red casted. Okay. Oh no, Torbrand. Oh boy. Double mana rock. That's not a mana rock, Lamont. What are you doing? Actually, we can do 1 mana rock and tutor for our win condition. So we almost have it next turn. This looks like another turn 5 win, actually. I got the wrong artifact, dude. Oh, I didn't get engine. I can't believe I did that. All right, well, it would have been a turn 5 win, because we play engine next turn, and then we have the mana to cast this, loop, win. So we would have won next turn, but now we're not going to, because I'm dumb. But yeah, certainly a very, very strong commander. Very strong. Oh, hey, we can find it now. Can't play it now, though, unfortunately. I can put this into play, and maybe it defends me a little bit. I can give it Death Touch, cycle this as well. Make sure I still have minutes to cycle the Inventor's Fair. How much does this cost? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I actually can't do that. I'll just let this die. Alright, so hopefully we have time, and I didn't just totally punt the game into oblivion, but that would have been a turn 5 win, obviously. Okay. Sure. I mean, I guess it wasn't doing anything otherwise. I don't think they can do 18 damage to me. We'll find out. We don't take 2 damage like the other one if they don't play it, so that's cool. Okay. Sure. This is good news, I think. I guess it gets them closer to a braid, so that's a problem. Or it could be. Instant speed removal might be what does me in as well, killing my commander. But we'll see. We'll see. Yep, they have an instant. Alright, let's get the right thing this time. That'd be cool, huh? So I kind of have to hold priority. That is not how you do that. Hold priority. Play a land, tap this. Auto pay, that's fine. Actually, we don't hold priority yet. Tap, tap. Play this. Untap. Tap, tap. Play this and put a stop here. So I can tap my Mox Amber for black. And then we remove the pause. Killing the commander doesn't matter anymore because I have enough mana to recast it and still go infinite. Resolve. So they're tapped out. We have way more than 5 mana. We got it. Okay, we undid our blunder. Take action. Scry 1. Hey, I can kill Torbrand just to kick sand in their eyes. And I really want to. Hand. Treasure token. Tap. Hand. Steal life from you. Hand. This card. Oh man, that's great. So yeah, that was definitely a turn 5 win, but we had to wait a turn. Fortunately, we drew another tutor, so that was cool with the artifact land there, the Adventurers Fair. If we didn't, we were in a predicament. Now, if we found a way to kill Torbrand, we had a lot of time to just sit there, surprisingly, against that mono red deck there. So they kind of had like the best threat against us, and it actually didn't matter. It was so good that it allowed their burn spells to just kill this at instant speed, and it still didn't matter. That is insane. This deck is really fun. I like it a lot. Disturbingly consistent. We had turn 5 wins. I don't know if you can do it earlier. In Mox Amber, I'm not big on. It is a trigger for a Paradox Engine, and you can obviously float mana in response to this going back to your hand, so it does work. But otherwise, it's not great. I'd almost prefer it to just be another 3 mana rock. Don't gain too much with this. I'm very surprised I misclicked that, too. They don't even look the same in art. I guess the top of the card does, the swirly legendary artifact art, which there really isn't many. Right, you have like this one, that one, this one, that one. Yeah. It's funny, it's like the worst thing to accidentally get, too, right? Like, I couldn't have gotten this. If I accidentally clicked that, I could at least start looting things. But no, I literally did. I got the only card in my deck that doesn't do anything at all. It's really funny. But yeah, this is fun. Super fun. I'll have the deck list in the description with a link to the website I use now for mobile users that can't click things. Tell me what you thought about it. I really enjoyed this deck. I'm glad I bumped into it, and I'm glad I played it. And I'm also glad I could craft it, because there's not a lot of things I didn't already own. There's certainly a couple cards that you could take out or in, like this. I just have things in here that cycle. Things that don't do much other than draw a card. I had an egg in here at some point, the food thing, but I don't know what I did with it. I guess I took it out. But you can certainly not craft Mox Amber if you don't have it. Trying to think. Any other mythics in here that you could get away with not playing? This. You don't need this. I think it's decent. I don't know if it's one of the things that this deck typically runs. Probably not, but it's just a way to draw cards, and that's pretty important. To find one of your tutors or engine itself. Engine you obviously do need as a mythic. You need this as a mythic, obviously, too. Otherwise, you can't play the deck. Bolus's Citadel seems extremely strong. Haven't been able to pull it off. Dread Presence could probably be something else, too. It comes in on turn maybe 3 with a Mana Rock in play already. Turn 4, but it has to survive to start doing things. And on turn 4, you almost would rather start playing more Mana Rocks than just play this. But it's certainly something that you could do. You don't need Faceless Agent, but it does have very few targets to hit. I think we can look at the creature types here. How do we do that? How do I navigate this? Oh, there it is. How many creatures? We got 8 creatures, and 2 of them are zombies, 2 of them are knights. So, what are they? Is that 1 mana dude a knight? Are you a knight? This is a zombie and a knight. And the other one would be Murderous Rider, which are both zombie and knights. So, Faithless Agent just gets Murderous Rider, or it gets Foulmire Knight, which basically draws a card, and then you can use this to, again, draw a card. So you are sifting through your deck, or you have a chance to get this, which could maybe kill your opponent's commander, or sit and play to defend you against certain things. Not typically what it's going to do, but it unfortunately will not get this. You could manipulate the deck in a way where this is always the thing you get, and this is certainly the best target. Simulacrum isn't bad. I could manipulate the deck for Faceless to do that. In fact, it totally is reasonable. What else would I have to get rid of? What else is in the deck? The Thopter, the Mana Rock Thopter, whatever. Simulacrum would have to go. I don't know what the construct is. Oh, this thing. This is a pretty solid target, though. If Engine hit the graveyard, you would really wish you would hit this, so there's something there. I don't know. It's something to think about, though, certainly. Getting Faceless to guarantee this, to then guarantee another way to get your Engine, which is what this deck is all about. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Peace.